Now we know why you hate the Brits so much. No, I don't hate the Brits. Dude, I gotta dial it back with the Britophobia. I feel like I'm being too BRUVA-phobic because it's easy. That's why I've been like increasing my Canada phobia a little bit. Like I'm being Canuckophobic on purpose because like I feel like I've railed on the Brits too hard. And now I'm like worried that British people legitimately think I hate them or something. And I don't. I love British people. I do shit on the French a lot. But the problem with the French is like when I shit on them, they fucking nonstop cry about it and they get like really racist and Islamophobic. But when I shit on the British, like they just laugh it off. You know what I mean? They're good. They're good natured with respect to like, you know, being BRUVA-phobic. When I shit on the French, they're like, shut up! You shit off the dog! You Muslim cockroach! You sacre bleu! You fucking piece of shit! I knew it! You are sand rat! Fuck you! You know, they just get like really hurtful. French people lose their fucking minds when you make fun of the French. Aiden really pisses and shits himself every time you do a British accent. What the fuck you mean? I mean, he's joking. This is a bruv made. It took me about 10 to 15 BRUVA-phobia of mild annoyance. Now it's funny. Did I beat it into you? Bro, France literally pulled their ambassadors out of the United States and Australia because they couldn't sell their submarines to Australia, okay? These motherfuckers are the most proud we baguette motherfuckers out there, dude. Like they just lose their shit. I mean, think about Quebec. Literally look at Quebec, okay? The average Quebecer has so much French in them that they also have that same exact type of pettiness and pride. It's just something about French people that just like it's just crazy. The French will not be reevaluating the role in the NATO. That's hilarious, dude. They're so butthurt. I'm sorry. Like literally, all it took was like a couple $1 billion. Nuts. Can you imagine if this actually becomes like an act of an anti-imperialist action? Because then America turns around and starts fucking blasting France about like, you know, their banking procedures with respect to African nations. They still control their, you know, centralized banking systems. They're like, you can't talk shit, France. Like, look at your situation. And then they disband NATO. It'd be crazy. All it took was some fucking submarines that we sold to Australia instead of them. Also, what happens when France leaves NATO? Actually, never mind. Now that I think about it, like what does France do in regards to NATO anyway? Like France leaving NATO does it even do anything? Like, have they ever done anything in NATO? I can't blame Australia for not wanting some soggy baguettes. France is the most powerful country in the EU. Bro, what a psychotic take. Like, you think Germany doesn't exist? Like, what is this? France is the most powerful country in the EU? Dude, without Germany, there is no EU. The fuck are you talking about? It's just nuclear power. It's a bunch of fucking nuke weebs that are literally like, oh, France has left NATO before? I did not know that. During Charles de Gaulle's presidency of the France, De Gaulle protested the strong role of the United States in NATO and what he perceives as a special relationship between it and United Kingdom. Like they're like a jealous girlfriend. In memorandum sent to the President Dwight Eisenhower and the British Prime Minister Harold Macmillan. I spit on you too, Harold. He argued for the creation of a tripartite directorate, which would put France on the equal footing of US and the UK. Considering the response to be unsatisfactory, de Gaulle began constructing an independent defense force for his country. He wanted to give France, in the event of an East German incursion into West Germany, the option of coming to a separate peace with the Eastern Bloc. Oh my God, that is the most French thing. That's kind of base, though. Like, honestly. They're like the rats on the ship. When they see the ship fucking sinking, they're like, we're pulling out first. I used to have a friend who said the U.S. is an imperialist. We're just part of NATO. It's fun shitting on France, but don't be such an ignorant American twat. France still is the biggest colonizer. Still controls all of West Africa's economy and Haiti. Wow, that's a wonderful piece of information that I literally mentioned, I think, what, like 3 minutes ago? Did you just join in the past 3 minutes? Is that why? Is that why you didn't hear it? I don't understand. What a crazy take that you just brought up that I also just brought up before you yelled about it as though I haven't brought it up. Ignorant American twat. Expecting me to listen. Exactly. I don't come here to listen. I come here to yell at you. I don't come here to listen. I come here to yell at you and act like you haven't covered something that you may have mentioned multiple times.